XRP has broken all-time highs.
Kinds of records in very recent history, and what it's just done has actually never happened before. And yes, this is something that was unfathomable for many individuals at this time, and I gotta say, XRP is showing some signs of life that frankly most people never thought it would show at this point into the cycle. But that's what
So look at this. Representative French, just before we go to that video, Representative French Hill just urged the House to pass Bitcoin and crypto market structure bill. It's happening. Now, why won't this load? Okay, here we go. So literally representatives want to talk about how they can accept the crypto market bill, but oh my, it just doesn't want to load. I'll do it manually. I'll find a way. So let's go back to the XRP video.
you have to do when it comes to cryptocurrency. You have to always expect the unexpected, because if you're not, well,
U.S. Senate Banking Committee clears the regulatory framework to ensure that America becomes the crypto capital of the world. So I think this is the literal thing that the video is talking about.
Markets and the next global guidance. If we fail to lead, America will cede the future of capital markets and the next generation of the internet to other jurisdictions, leaving consumers with a far less functional and less responsible marketplace. Who does this hurt most? Our constituents. The Clarity Act alleviates these concerns head-on by leveraging the existing capabilities at the Securities and Exchange Commission and the Commodity Future Trading Commission. I'm proud to say this bill is the product of countless bipartisan discussions between members of, as I said at the top, financial services and agriculture committees. It builds on the years of work in the past two Congresses that produced our bipartisan framework bill in the 118th Congress called FIT 21, a bill that earned 71 Democrats.
So who's going to be behind this rally? Of course, it's going to be XRP. XRP is the one that's going to, sweep in and say, hey, can we build that? Can we build this? And it's going to also reap all the profits from the U.S. government. So this is huge for XRP. XRP is going to be building the next future crypto hub. So just remember that, guys. You heard first on this channel. Jokes aside, definitely big news in the making. Like, look at this. They're having meetings every single week. Like, every time I go online and stream, half the time I'm streaming these hearings because there's so much content to talk about crypto that really made me want to get back into it.
you're most definitely going to be caught off guard, and you're going to be wishing that you were expecting the unexpected.
Like, this is a total 180 from what we heard 4 years before.
And in some cases still know very little. Yet the industry has
calls to create clear regulatory framework to ensure that America becomes the crypto capital of the world. This is what I was talking about. They want to pump these crypto companies, U.S. crypto companies, on being the next big coin, next big thing.
Close to all-time highs, and many other cryptos are doing amazingly well. Now, I want to play this clip for you guys real quick because this is a really important part for...
I just want to wake up tomorrow a millionaire. Well, that would be nice. Hopefully, the U.S. government can make us all rich.
What we're going to be expecting to see later on. Listen up.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for holding this hearing and for indulging us in finally addressing the topic of digital assets. When I arrived here 4.5 years ago, there was very little knowledge about digital assets. And to the extent that there was fear because it is something about which people knew very little, and in some cases still know very little. Yet the industry has innovated and grown and become a force in our economy, and in fact in the global.
Again, they're going to try to take everything that the other countries could not take first. El Salvador tried to take it, become the next Bitcoin city, and that's why we're seeing Bitcoin city. And they bought Bitcoin at a very low price. And that's what's keeping them at large right now. They correctly predicted Bitcoin in 2021 and basically doubled their money.
Economy. We now see one digital asset company not only make an appearance on the S&P 500, but come into the...
This is what I've been telling you guys. Literally, I told you this, guys, 3 minutes ago, and now we are hearing the government basically confirming exactly what I said. They are basically saying to the people, we are going to be working on basically becoming the next stock market for crypto. And we're going to be the first.
The S&P 500 in about the 135th position. That's how big this company is. We see several companies going public this year.
Again, crypto companies going public.
Get ahead of the United States in terms of
That's why they have these hearings every single week, because they have to rush it in. They're seeing that Bitcoin is not going to wait for them. 2021, they could still be waiting and watching on the sideline. But 2025, they finally said what exactly crypto is and how you can start a crypto company in the US.
establishing a clear regulatory framework for digital assets. We have allowed regulatory agencies that are unfriendly toward this asset to use regulatory functions such as enforcement actions to bring about a regulatory morass for these industries when they've been unable to find out what regulatory framework they're supposed to follow, not having received clear guidance from the regulatory agencies to which.
Right. And so
yeah, this tells me that the US government is going to probably speed track later this year or next year, maximum 3 years, and then they're going to go big on crypto. Like, literally, they don't have the time anymore. They're trying to beat other countries. If China or India or Russia, like, go double down on crypto, this might be, like, leaving a lot of money on the table for the other countries. So they literally want to be the first one in the horse race who is going to be first to regulate crypto and invite all these big players, all these big companies. So if for example, Dubai sets up their crypto framework first before US, some crypto companies, and they set it up better, some crypto companies might move to Dubai instead of US. This is exactly how it happens. And then hire Dubai workforce, Dubai food, Dubai money. It's already happening on a smaller scale because crypto is not so big. But now imagine that US tries to set up this framework next year. This is going to be a very big portion of people coming in, working US jobs for the US government, eating US food in US restaurants, having fancy dinners at sky top views. And that's where the US government is aiming for. And they're going to pay US tax on everything. You want that, food in the store, you got to pay US tax. You want to have a house, you got to buy US tax. It's going to support US economy more than the US can realize. And that is why they're pushing for a government framework. President Trump says, I go on TV and the market goes wild. I can just move it just by talking.
once here too.